We're joined here today by SynAct Pharma, who today published a press release regarding news about management in the company. The current CEO, Jeppe, will be stepping down as Dr. Torbjørn will be stepping up towards the CEO role. So joining me here today is Jeppe and Torbjørn, as well as Thomas Jonassen, who is Chief Scientific Officer. Good day to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Torbjørn, I think I'll begin with you. This is big news for SynAct Pharma. You will be stepping up as CEO, while Jeppe will be stepping down. SynAct Pharma is entering a new phase, from what I could understand in the press release, and you're expecting important clinical data later this year. Why did you decide to make this management change?
It's correct that SynAct Pharma is in a very, very exciting phase, and it's also a fact that Jeppe, Thomas and I have been working together for almost 23 years now. Oh, 23 years. And we have had different responsibilities in the different companies. We have been developing Action Pharma as the first company. That was later sold to Abbott. Then we developed TXP Pharma. That is now a important part of SynAct Pharma, and then SynAct Pharma now. So the point where SynAct Pharma is today, we believe that my background and network is even better focused for the company now than Jeppe's. We always do what is best for the company, for our shareholders, and it's a very exciting phase where SynAct Pharma is now.
As you said, you three have been working together with SynAct Pharma for a long time. And Jeppe, especially you and Thomas, could you tell us a little bit why you're stepping down currently?
Yeah, no, I think the timing is right at this point. You know, I've been sitting in the driver's seat now for 9 years. You know, in many ways, I'm an entrepreneur. I prefer to work with the companies in the early stage. So I think the timing is very good now. We're having a company that is in ship shape. You know, we have money in the bank. We have programs on time. We have done the uplisting successfully, and also done the acquisition of TXP. So I think that you know, handing over to Torbjørn, that I have known for more than 20 years and worked together in many different settings, it makes me both proud as an entrepreneur, but also very comfortable that you know, we're hitting the ground running here. Torbjørn has been on the board for many years as well, so we're in a good position here, and you know, the focus is now changing very much towards business development, and I think Torbjørn is perfectly dressed for that. So I recommended it to the board some time ago, and you know, we have been ample time to discuss the process, and I'm very happy to hand over the key to Torbjørn.
You're moving on and moving back a little bit to your entrepreneurial roots. But from what I could understand from the press release is that you plan to be a long and committed shareholder. What does that truly mean? How will we notice your presence in SynAct from now?
Yeah, you know, we have been shareholders since, you know, day one, and it has been, as you know, a very good journey. And SynAct is a very important one for us. We have invested in more or less every round, and you know, it's not sold a single share up until now. So we will committed to you know, be shareholders for the long run, and firmly believe in our pipeline and in our compound. So yes, we will be there.
If I may add just a very important point here in the discussions, and that is under Jeppe's leadership, SynAct Pharma has grown from being a tiny small private company with some fantastic assets developed by this gentleman here, till being a mid-cap company on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange with 14,000 shareholders, and that is very, very impressive. So that has been done under Jeppe's leadership, and with this very innovative gentleman here developing the compound. And that's very impressive, I think.
We'll ask a little bit more about the data that you're expecting soon, Thomas. But first, Torbjørn, as you're now stepping up to the role of CEO, you're stepping down as the board chairman, and board member Ulli Haksell will replace you, or is nominated to take your spot at least.
Yeah.
Additionally, Thomas von Koch from EQT has invested 80 million crowns in SynAct last year and is also expected to take a board seat. What is currently happening at board level?
Yeah, but we are getting the board even better, right? So Ulli Haksell stepping up as the chairman. Ulli is a fantastic guy with more than 30 years experience from both Big Pharma, but importantly from small mid-cap biotech. He has seen so many different cases. He's very scientific, at the same time very business-minded. He's a very good entrepreneur as well. He took Acadia Pharmaceutical, being a US-based company, from a private setting to a company on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange in the US worth billions of US dollars. So he's the right man, or right person, I would say, to take that role. So happy that Thomas von Koch comes in. Thomas, as you said, being also an entrepreneur, being a co-founder of EQT, seen so many companies delivering value and grow, and he very much believes in the compound and in the company, in us. So he will add on some really good experience to the board. So happy with that.
Thomas, as you're now expecting the key data figures later this year, could you tell us a little bit more? Will Thomas von Koch be happy with the results, do you think?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we have a really good track on the ongoing clinical trials in rheumatoid arthritis. As you know, it's a continuation of of the data that we generated in the BEGIN study where we reported very, very exciting statistically significant results back in December 21. And since then we have then set up two parallel tracks for rheumatoid arthritis. One in continuation of the BEGIN study, meaning in patients who are referred to hospital, severe rheumatoid arthritis, never treated with treatment before, so there we go in and treat together with first-line treatment of methotrexate, a 3-month study, and to get the full efficacy as well as, of course, also prolonged safety profile of the compound. I look very, very much forward to report this data in the second half of the year. In parallel with that, we have set up a program in DMARD-IR, as we normally call it, patients. DMARD-IR means that it's patients who do not respond appropriately to first-line treatment. So they have been on methotrexate for at least 3 months. They still have uncontrolled disease. And there we test the compound, the ability to see whether we can bring down disease activity in a fashion as we showed in the BEGIN study. It's a program that we are running under a US IND. Meaning that it has been cleared and discussed with the US FDA, and we got the IND approval in the autumn, and now we are running full speed on that program. And there it's a 2-part study. The first part A, will be reported in the second half of this year as well. So that is really, really exciting times. Whether I can promise that he would, you ask for Thomas von Koch, yeah, probably. It looks good where we are, and so we are in really good shape. What I would like to add is that it's not only a question of running a compound in rheumatoid arthritis. It's really about showing the potential of resolution therapy. Resolution therapy is about treating inflammatory and autoimmune diseases in a new fashion. It's not a question of blocking specific inflammatory pathways. It's not a question of suppressing the immune system. It's more of balancing the immune system that need to have some activity in a tissue and an organ, but of course not should go in the wrong way as it do in autoimmune diseases. So by modulating the inflammatory response by this resolution, which among other things also is a question of stimulating recovery of inflammation, is a brand new way of doing things. And so in that perspective, you could say that if we succeed with positive data in the autumn, we have brought this resolution field to a completely new level, and that we really look forward to.
So, when you stand outside a company and look to SynAct Pharma, it's quite impressive that Thomas and his group is running 2 phase 2 studies in quite difficult patients. And in addition to that, get an IND approval, the regulatory US approval so fast that we are able to add US patients into the result trial. That is so impressive. Why is that important? This is very important in terms of business development because rheumatoid arthritis is such a big indication. 1% of all people on this earth do suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. So it's a big market. You need enormously muscles in order to maximize the treatment possibility and capture as many patients as possible when a drug is being approved for marketing. So when we had a discussion with our potential partners after the BEGIN results, the first results, they said, fantastic results, wow. However, we would like to see 12 weeks safety and efficacy. We do that with the EXPAND study, right? And we would love to see how does AP1189 work in DMARD-IR patients, those that have been treated with methotrexate, the first drug normal patients get into when they are being diagnosed, and then add on AP1189 to see how these patients respond. Why is this important? Yes, it's important because if we get good results in the EXPAND study, we can have a good opportunity, the drug can have a good opportunity in the severe first-line patients, those that have been newly diagnosed and very severe. That is exactly those patients we test. And in terms of the second line, the DMARD, as I said, these are patients covering, maybe the most attractive market opportunity, because these patients are really also in need of new treatments, because 50% of all RA patients, they do not really respond very well to the existing treatment that is on the market today. So we believe that we have a fantastic opportunity here. If we can show good results, we have good opportunity to be speaking to potential partners and to enlarge the potential partner pool. I will personally be involved in every single one of these discussions.
Is this the priorities that you will be taking now that you step into the CEO role in May?
Yes. Those 2 priorities, you can say. There's one priority on business development. There's a top one, but also to prepare, of course, both the partners as well as the market for these data. We need to talk to investors, we need to talk to partners, we need to prepare for the data coming, so they understand the uniqueness of SynAct Pharma.
We have to wrap it up soon, but I'll finish with a question to all 3 of you. What do you expect? Where do you expect SynAct to be in, say, 1 or 2 years?
Yeah, but I think we are well positioned, to be at a good time and a good spot in the stock market. I think that by next year we are in a good position to get a commercial deal in place, and I think that we will have advanced our clinical pipeline from TXP well into the clinic, and that is really what drives value here. And I think full focus on business development. I think we're in a really nice position.
Thomas?
Let me take the scientific part and the development part. that we have continued good progress in Part B of the result study, as well as in, as Jeppe mentioned, the TXP compound that we hardly have commented on. The new pipeline that gives us opportunity to go in hospital segment of patients for organ protection. Look very much forward to bring that into first-in-man studies. So yes, and then of course have good data in the autumn that could support that that resolution therapy is the way moving forward.
And to finish off then, Torbjørn?
Yeah, no, I hope and believe that we'll continue creating value. The value that has started under Jeppe's leadership, and to establish ourselves as the company bringing new innovative therapy towards patients with inflammatory diseases. And last but not least, I'm sure that this gentleman over there, he will follow us extremely close. Now we have been partners and friends for 23 years, and that will of course continue. But he will follow us.
As a shareholder, I will keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
We look forward to following that as well. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.